Hello. Hi, my name is Carol O, and I'm happy to be here. I have about 10 minutes up here, and I thought I would start entertaining you by telling you about my sex life. Okay, so now I have 9 minutes and 50 seconds. I was a bit concerned. I was nervous tonight about coming here, so before I got here, I had a couple of stiff ones. And then I got here and I had a drink. But people are telling me all the time, you know, if you get nervous, just picture the audience naked. And I'm doing that. And I'm getting excited. You, sir? You? Not so much. Are you with this woman next to you? Are you together? Yes. Or you wish. You wish you were? Well, if you're interested in him, I just want to give you a suggestion.
She's 15.
If you're with him, I just want to give you a suggestion. This is Florida. That age doesn't matter. Do you know what the Karma Sutra is? She's not answering me. You don't? Okay. Let's find another couple. All right. Well, if you ever find out what the Karma Sutra is, don't ever do number 78 with him. I would never do number 78 with him again. I had a break-in in my house last night, and it was scary. I mean, I was in the shower, and this guy broke in, and I'm from Jersey, so I was able to wrestle him to the ground, and call the police. So the police came, and they took the guy. They started taking him away, and they said to me, "Do you want to press charges?" I said, "Oh God, don't you think this guy suffered enough?" Very sad this morning. I was reading the obituaries, and my vagina was in there.
I don't know what that means, but it's funny.
I thought you looked familiar.
It was very sad. She died of starvation, and the irony behind that is she spent many years in the entertainment business. When I tell people I'm from Jersey, they always have the same 3 questions. What exit in Jersey do you live off of? Do you know Bruce Springsteen? And does everybody in Jersey call everybody else a douchebag? And I always answer the same way. Exit 16W? No. I don't know anybody in Jersey that says Jersey, you douchebag. I hope that answers your 3rd question. I went back to New Jersey to go to my class reunion, and there was a girl there. I just glanced over. I saw her name tag. I wouldn't have known who she was. And to be nice, she was hard to look at in high school. But she looked really good. And I said, "Michelle, you look amazing." She said, "Well, I went out of the country. I had some work done." I said, "Really? That must have been expensive." She says, "Well, yes and no. They charged me double for this. I got these as a twofer. And they took so much cellulite that I only had to pay for 1 plane ticket on the way home." I got a coupon in the mail for $10 off dinner at Red Lobster for my spouse and myself. And after dinner, the waitress wouldn't accept the coupon. And I looked at the coupon, and I didn't see where there was any problem at all that my husband was in an urn. Yeah, he's gone. He's been gone now about 5 years. It's 5 years. Remember when it was 2 years? Now it's like 5 years. Yeah. He's gone on greener pastures. He's in Kentucky now. And he wasn't even out of the door, and my friends are fixing me up on dates. So they fixed me up, first of all, they fixed me up with an audiologist. And this is true, I'm deaf in my left ear. So this guy was sitting on my left-hand side, whispering what were obviously sweet nothings in my ear. Sweet nothing at all. Sweet nothing at all. And I said to him, I don't understand what you're saying. And he said, well, that has nothing to do with the fact that you're deaf. He said, you're just stupid. So I showed him some sign language I learned growing up in New Jersey. Then they fixed me up with a psychiatrist, and that just got crazy. So wasn't a good night. Then my girlfriend calls me up. She says, I have the perfect guy for you. You have so much in common. He loves to play golf. Yeah, and he's, I hope you're not uncomfortable with the fact that he's a gynecologist. Is that a problem? I said, no, I'm not uncomfortable with that fact. So I meet him for dinner in a restaurant, and I wasn't uncomfortable with the fact that he was a gynecologist. I was uncomfortable with the fact that he was my gynecologist. Nobody should know you that well on the first date. So he's obviously in a bad mood, and he's ranting and raving and complaining about what a horrible day he had, and I don't know what he's talking about. He said he had a lot of trouble on the 9th hole of the day. I didn't know if he was playing golf or working. So I decided I'm going to go to a bar and meet some guys in a bar. I go to a bar, and there's a guy. The guy's hysterical, and he was such a clown. He was really a clown. He had the red lips and big feet. So I took him home, and we're getting comfortable, and he takes his shoes off. And his feet were so small, they looked like geisha girls, when they're bound at birth. They were so small, he could walk on stilts. It was like walking on stilts. I asked him to leave immediately. Then I met a guy in the bar. I went back to the bar, and he said, I'd really like it if you'd sleep with me. And again, I'm from New Jersey, so... Yeah. I said, sure, okay. I'll sleep with you. So we went back to his place, and I went into the bathroom and came out. I was naked. And he said, what are you doing? I said, you said you wanted me to sleep with you. He said, well, I do, but only because I need to find out whether or not I have apnea. I want to tell you that I am looking to date, and I don't have many requirements. I only have 4 requirements. His income has to be at least as high as my cholesterol. No children. Dead parents.
Yeah.
And at my age, that's not usually an issue. And the only other requirement I have is that he's terminally ill. With my luck, what'll happen? I'll marry the guy, and they'll find a cure. You remember when you were younger? Well, when I was younger, anyway. The thens and the nows. I remember how I used to worry about being hip, and now I worry about breaking a hip. I used to love to play hopscotch, and now I go straight for the scotch. I used to have a mind like a steel trap. And now my mind is more like a trap door. Do you remember when you used to fart and then laugh? I like that one myself, actually. Okay. I'm gonna finish up. I want to let you know what I do for a living. I've had the same job for 40 years. 40 years. Wow.
Hell yeah.
I'm impressed. I'll clap for myself. Yeah. I'm a stripper. What are you laughing at? The first 20 years were amazing. First 20 years, the phone's ringing off the hook. I'm getting calls to do bachelor parties, and I'm leaping out of cakes, and I'm twirling my 36Cs. The last 20 years, not so much. The last 20 years, most of the phone calls I get are from retirement communities, and they're asking